Lots happening in the compact sedan segment of late. A little over a year since Honda updated the city, Hyundai followed up with the new generation Verna. And then Toyota teased us at the Expo in February. Frankly, were you expecting anything different to come in that segment? Well, here it is, the Toyota Yaris, and it's taken 3 years to make this car what it is. And look at it, it's very typical Toyota. Subtle, the design elements clearly state that it has the family look. Look at these nice little muscular arches up on the bonnet. Then these headlights which integrate into the front grille. Nice little design element there. And obviously there are these LED DRLs that it gets. And look at this, the lower and wider grille. Everything is subtle. There's a nice little line which runs down the shoulder, and it looks simple, elegant. The car will be offered in 4 variants: J, G, V and VX. Projector headlamps are standard, so is keyless entry. Those LED DRLs, however, are only available on the top of the line VX trim. The cabin is well laid out. The waterfall design dashboard looks good, and that 7-inch touchscreen you see is available from the second variant up. You get USB and auxiliary ports, Bluetooth and HDMI connectivity and a CD player. The top-end variant sees an SD card slot, Wi-Fi and also MirrorLink, which sadly did not work when we tried with both Android and iOS applications. There's navigation and gesture control too, which work very well, but does take a little getting used to. And then there's more at the rear. The first thing that you notice when you get into the rear seat of the Yaris is that, well, look at that, the floor is flat. And that means there's a lot of space that is saved here. And that's actually very wonderful. And that's one thing that actually made me smile. Beside that, the seat is in my driving position, and as you can see, there is just a little amount of space, and this has a decent amount of space here. However, where it lacks is headspace, and that's a bit scant even for a tall guy like me. The brochure of the Yaris says that it seats 5 people. As you can see, it frankly cannot. There's just space for 4 people to sit here and probably 1 kid. And if you don't want that kid, you have this, an armrest with 2 cup holders. And beside that, there are also charging points given. No USBs, however. The 12-volt charging points that are given here. It would have been nicer if we had got USBs. But the biggest talking point in all of this is this actually, the AC. The rear AC vent is mounted to the roof, and very, very nicely designed, very unique design, I must say, and it gets ambient lighting as well. However, this is not standard on the Yaris. It is available from the G variant, which is one above the base. You can set the ambient lighting or switch it off entirely. These are leather seats which are available only on the VX variant, and these are extremely nice to sit on. They're very, very comfortable. Even for a long journey, you won't even think about you won't basically get tired. Overall, space is decent. The only thing is that it won't seat 5 people. Now, Toyota is bringing out the Yaris only with the 1.5 litre petrol engine. This one churns out 106 brake horsepower, and there's 140 Newton meters of torque on offer. There's no diesel on offer yet, and we don't expect it in the near future as well. But what is the biggest USP of the car is that there's a CVT and a manual transmission on offer. Now, the CVT usually is only available in the top spec variant. However, Toyota is going to make it accessible for its customers by bringing it right from the base variant. The gears start changing post 3500 to 4000 RPM, and then you can really hear the engine. But there's no translation of all that noise into any action, and that is a bit annoying. Paddle shift is only available on the top-end VX variant, and there's a delay in response, but it's definitely better than the drive mode. The 6-speed manual is the better one to drive, as the gear changes prompt some quick action. You have power at your disposal, and the Yaris boasts of a strong mid-range too, which is why the manual is way more fun to drive. But the sheer convenience that the CVT offers in city traffic will see many opt for it. The ride is a comfortable one, and though the suspension is stiffer than what we expected, you don't get thrown around in the cabin when you take it on rough roads. It's calm and collected, and exactly what you expect from the Japanese really. The biggest USP of the Yaris is how packed it comes with safety features. 7 airbags and ABS plus EBD, electronic brake distribution, as well as brake assist, all come standard on the car, and that's big news. Overall, a nice car to drive. The manual transmission variant actually gives out a fuel efficiency of 17.1 kilometers per liter, while this CVT that I've been driving gives us an efficiency of 17.8 kilometers per liter. So while it may not be sporty, it is loaded with features and loads of safety equipment. All the features it gets will come at a price though, and we won't be surprised if the Yaris costs more than its rivals. But the Yaris does set the bar high when it comes to safety features, as also a few feature firsts. So it's a welcome addition to the compact sedan segment, and it's great Toyota has finally jumped into it.